Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps your bank information private when shopping online. Get $5 right now to try the service at plughitzlive.com/privacy. Hello, Internet. I'm Scott with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. We are here at CES 2019 at the Rocking Bed booth, and we have exactly that right behind us. We'll find out more about it in a second, but first, go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
So my name's Mark Russell, founder of the Rocking Bed.
And explain the Rocking Bed to me.
So, well, the story behind it is in '04, my wife and I went on a cruise. The boat was moving back and forth, and it was the first time I ever felt my bed moving. I loved it, and I was very frustrated at the end of the cruise because I was like, there was no product like that on the market, so we decided to invent it.
Okay. And I imagine you wanted it because you must have slept well because of it.
I got awesome sleep. Yep. I love hammocks. I didn't like being curled up, but I loved hammocks. I loved, going to sleep in a car. I felt that. And it was the first time I'd ever felt that movement while I was actually flat. And that was the intriguing part.
And the concept is novel for a bed, but itself is a pretty proven concept because we do it with babies.
Every single one of us has been rocked to sleep. Every person on the planet. That's why it's sleep like a baby again. That's the idea.
Okay.
Yep.
So how much of this is yours and how much of this is regular bed behind us?
So the mattress, it's BYOB, bring your own, BYOM, bring your own mattress. It is, effectively, it's it replaces your box spring. So yeah, you pull your box spring out, put the Rocking Bed unit in, and you're rocking to sleep.
Okay. And how much is there to it? Like, is it a heavy mechanism? What are we looking at here?
It's not lightweight. Like right now, the units that we've shipped, I think, are somewhere around 300 pounds, and so it comes in on a crate. It's like a piece of furniture, and it does take some assembly, to put it together. Yep.
And you've shipped some, so we must be far enough into the process where we've got functioning product in the world.
It is functioning. Last year, we were here. We were saying, hey, we're going to do this. This year we did it. And so right now we're offering 10% off, on our site for CES.
Okay. Yeah. And so if people wanted that 10% off, how could they do that?
It's right there on the main site, at the top of the site at rockingbed.com.
Cool. And what kind of price point are we looking at, and what's the turnaround once we purchase one?
So we're not at scale yet. So we're bringing in effectively pre-orders once we get enough to do a run. And then, then we'll do our run. Probably Q2 is when delivery will be of 2019, somewhere in that ballpark.
And a price point on them?
$3,500 plus shipping, depending on where you're at. And we've got one of our units is going over to London right now.
Wow.
So it's kind of neat.
So there's been interest all over the place for it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've gotten calls from Australia. Australia and Europe. I've had a couple calls from Saudi Arabia as well. Yeah.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, and also there's just not a lot of these units, so it's kind of a unique product.
Sure. So as far as maintenance is concerned on it, is there anything we have to worry about, or is it pretty well self-contained?
Yeah, it's a pretty simple unit. Every once in a while, a little dust will get on the rollers and you can wipe that off. But other than that, no, it's nothing.
And what's the lifespan on the product?
So this unit, I think we have, I don't know how many hours we have on this, 700 on the frame. And then we also had 600 or 700 on the motor, which represents, actually it's more than that. It was maybe a little more than 700. And so the unit cuts off after 30 minutes. That's important. So it rocks you to sleep. It facilitates you getting to sleep faster. But once you're asleep, there's no need putting, work on the motor. So it cuts off. So then you're really only at 30 minutes per night. So that's 150 hours a year. Oh yeah, that's for a full year is about 150 hours. And we had 600 hours on our other motor. So that was 4 years worth of use before we started feeling anything.
And at that point, do you replace the motor? Is there more to it?
That particular unit started, you can add some grease to the gear head and that would quiet it down. But the way that we've designed it, because it's not moving up, so there's not a lot of load getting put on the motor. Like, you really don't want to try to lift people up, because, you know, like, whatever comes up is wanting to go down, and that's a lot of strain on a mechanism.
You're fighting gravity.
Yep, that's it. That's why it goes side to side. Yep.
All right. So at that point, if the motor were to go out, can we replace just the motor?
Call up and we'll ship you another one. Yep.
Very cool. So rockingbed.com
Yep.
and we can pre-order now and they'll ship Q2.
Correct.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Yep. Thank you.
Absolutely. For continuing CES 2019 coverage, stay tuned to plughitzlive.com/CES.